Good morning everyone. Today we are going to start second exercise of sets. So what is there in that? We are going to do types of sets. Finite set. If the number of elements of a set is finite, the set is called a finite set. Means you can count the elements, right? So this is a finite set. For example, this 1, 2. In this we have 2 elements. So this is finite set, right? Next is infinite set. A set that does not have a fixed number of elements is called an infinite set. It is just opposite of this. Means you can't count, right? You can't count the elements, number of elements, right? So I can give you example set of natural numbers 1, 2, 3 dash dash, so many natural numbers. So this is infinite set. Next is empty set. The set which contains no element is called an empty set. We call it no element, right? We call it null set also, null set, and we call it void set also, void set. We generally denote it by phi, or we can put only braces, no element is there, so this is empty set, right? Next one is singleton set. As the name indicates, it has one element, right? Any example you can take. For example, this is singleton set. It has one element, that is 2. Next is pair set. As the name indicates, it has 2 elements, right? So 2 elements. I can give example, this 3 and 4. So this set has 2 elements, so this is a pair set, right? Next is cardinal number of a finite set. Number of elements in a set A is called cardinal number of A, right? So it is denoted by NA. NA, number of distinct elements in A. For example, if you have a set A 1, 2, 3, you can see we have 3 elements 1, 2, 3. So I will write cardinality of A is 3, right? The cardinal number of an empty set is what? 0, right? Because empty set has no elements, so its cardinality is 0. Cardinal number or cardinality, both are same. So now we are coming on next type, that is universal set. A set large enough to contain all sets under consideration in the current context is called universal set. Beta, it is denoted by U or Xi, right? Note that choice of universal set is not unique. Universal set may vary from problem to problem. Okay. Therefore, we shall always specify the universal set in a given problem. In questions, they will give you this is universal set. So I can give you one example. If A is equal to Lucknow, Kanpur, Ghaziabad, this is set. So what elements are there? You can see these are cities of UP. So universal set can be cities of UP, Uttar Pradesh. So you know that in cities of UP we have extra elements also. So many cities are there and these are 3 among them. Okay. At the place of this, I can take universal set as cities of India also. Cities of India, right? So it includes more. So this is universal set. I have told you it is large enough to contain all the sets under consideration, right? If I have 2, 3 sets ABC, then universal set contains all the members of ABC and it can contain extra elements also. For example, A is equal to 1, 2 and B is equal to 3, 4, right? These are 2 sets. So universal set includes all the members of these sets 1, 2, 3, 4 and it can have extra elements also. This. So this set can act as universal set for A and B. One more example I can give. This 1, 2, 3, then other any 2, any 3 elements. 4 should also be there. So it is including 1, 2, 3, 4 and extra element 7, 9, 10. This can also act as universal set, or simply 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. This is universal set. Or I can take universal set as n also, natural numbers. These are natural numbers, na, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are examples of universal set. So universal set need not to be unique. So, but depends, in a particular problem there will be one universal set only. Okay. So next is equal sets. What do you mean by equal sets? Two sets are called equal sets if they have exactly the same elements, right? I can give you example. A is equal to 1, 2, 3 and B is equal to 3, 2, 1. Beta, order of elements doesn't matter. 1 is in A, 1 is in B also. 2 is in A, 2 is in B also. 3 is in A, 3 is in B also. So these two sets are equal. We write like this: A is equal to B, right? I hope it is getting clear. Next is equivalent sets. All these things we have already done in 7th class. It's just a revision and then we will apply in the exercise. Two sets are called equivalent sets if they contain same number of elements. Same number of elements means they have same cardinality. For example, A is equal to 1, 2, 3 and I have a set B that is equal to 3, 4, 6. Okay. Beta, in this we have 3 elements. In this also we have 3 elements. So I can write number of elements in A means cardinality of A is 3, right? And cardinality of B is also 3 because it has 3 elements. Because cardinality of both the sets, cardinality of A is equal to cardinality of B. So these two sets are equivalent. We always write like this: A is equivalent to. We are going to start exercise 1B. What is question 1? State whether each of the following sets is a finite set or an infinite. You just have to classify which one is finite and which one is not. The set of multiples of 5. Beta, easily you can tell that multiples of 5 means which are going on table of 5, 5, 10, 15, 20. We have so many multiples, right? So this is clearly visible that this is infinite set. I hope it is getting clear. Next, the set of numbers which are factors of 32. We know factors of 32 means that numbers which will divide 32 exactly, means you can write the factors na, and one, it is going on table of 1 also, going on 2 also, going on 4 also, right? Going on 8 also. So likewise going on 16, 32. So these all are factors of 32, right? So I a finite set. Clear? Where you can count the elements, that is finite, otherwise infinite. Next is B is equal to X such that X is equal to 3n plus 1, where n belongs to n and n is less than equal to 20. But in this set they have given X is equal to 3n plus 1. Okay, these n are natural numbers, but they have given value of n is till 20, right? So if I will put 1, 3 into 1, 1 plus 1, I will get 3 plus 1, 4. If I will get n is equal to 2, I will get second number, third number, fourth number. So I will get 20 elements of this set because value of n is still 20 only. So it is clearly visible this is a finite set, right? Next one, what they are saying about this, X is equal to, in A we have those X such that X is equal to n minus 1 by n, where n belongs to n. In this they had given we had to take n till 20 only, but here n belongs to n. So corresponding to every natural number we will get every X. For n is equal to 1, I will get one value. For n is equal to 2, other value. N is equal to 3, other value. So we have infinite natural numbers now. So in this set also we will have infinite elements. We can't count the elements. So this is infinite set. I hope this question number 1 is clear to you. Now we are going to start next question. They are saying U is equal to X such that X is the multiple of 3 and x lies between 0 to 3, right? 37, sorry. And A is a set in which we have x such that x is a multiple of 6. But I have told you universal set is the biggest set which contains all the sets under consideration. So first I will write what are the members of universal set. X is a multiple of 3. You have to choose multiple of 3. And x is greater than 0, less than 37. So multiples of 3 means 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 3 threes are 9, 3 fours are 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33 till 37 I have to take. So these all are multiples of 3. Okay, now I have to see those elements, but all the elements of A will come from universal set only. They will not go outside this. So x such that x is a multiple of 6. You have to take multiples of 6, right? Multiples of 6 are 6, 12, 18, 6 4s are 24, 6 5s are 30, 6 6 are 36. More than this I can't take because in universal set we have elements till 36 only. Clear? So I just have written the set A by roster method. This was only there in this question. I hope it is clear to everyone, right? Now in next question, they have given that universal set is 1, 2, 3, 4 till 15. You have to take the elements. In P we have those x such that x is equal to n square. Squares of n belongs to n means natural numbers, right? And Q is a set such that x is equal to 2 raised to power n and n belongs to w, whole numbers. Then write P and Q in the tabular form. Also find the cardinal number of P and Q. Beta, first universal set is this, right? I am going to find P. In P we have what type of elements? In P I have x is equal to n square, right? Natural numbers. So 1 square is 1, 2 square is 2 into 2, 4, 3 square is 3 into 3, 9, 4 square is 16. It is not coming in universal set, na? In universal set till 15 only elements are there. So this is not belonging to you, so I will not take this element. So I can say that in P what elements are there? This 1, 4 and 9. So this 1, 4 and 9 are making the set P, right? Okay. Now next Q. In Q what type of elements are there? They have given x is equal to 2 raised to power n, right? This n is belonging to w. We know whole number start from 0. So first 0, right? So 2 raised to power, any number whose power is 0 is equal to 1. We know very well, we have already done. Next is put n is equal to 1. So 2 raised to power 1 is 2. Put n is equal to 2. Okay. So 2 raised to power 2, 4. So I am getting the different values of x, right? X is this, x is this, x is this, right? So I can easily see after that x is equal to, put n is equal to 3, x is equal to 2 raised to power 3, 8. Okay. Put n is equal to 4, x is 2 raised to power 4. You know 2 into 2, 4, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16. 2 raised to power 4 means 4 times I am multiplying, na? So I am getting 16. 16 is again not an element of universal set. In it we have till 15 only. So I will not take this one. So what elements are there in this set? 1, 2, 4 and 8. So I can clearly write that in Q we have 1, 2, 4 and 8, right? So I have written the set P also. I have written the set Q also. This is set P. This is set Q. Now after that they are asking find the cardinal number. I have told you what is cardinal number. Means number of distinct elements in P. So I can write cardinality of P. And P is how many elements? 1, 2, 3. Right? Now cardinality of Q. How many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So cardinal number of Q is 4. So this question is complete. I hope you are understanding. Next question. Let R is equal to letters of the word apple. Beta, first I will write in roster form. So R has what type of elements? That I am going to write. Letters of the word apple. So I will write all the elements separating with commas without repeating any element. So A, then P is repeating again, don't write, then L, then E. This is set R, right? Now I can write set S also, letters of the word pale. So all are different letters, P, E, L, E, right? So I have got the sets S and R. Now find the cardinality of the sets R and S. Beta, definitely cardinality of R will be number of elements in R, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cardinality of S, number of elements in S, again 4. Okay, so now they are asking R, S and S are equivalent set. Yes, because cardinality of R is equal to cardinality of S, na? Number of elements are 4, same. So yes, they are equivalent set. R and S are equal sets. You can see in set R we have A, in S also we have, in P is also there, L E are also there. So elements are same, na? So yes, they are equal sets. I have told you order of elements doesn't matter at all, right? So I hope till here it is clear. We will continue next part of this in next video. Okay beta, thank you.